Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your weekly market recap. What a week we had. SPY all-time highs, Microsoft the new leader, Tesla selling pressure continuation, and of course AMD and Nvidia beasts. Like, subscribe and stay with me for the rest of the video. We'll go over SPY, Qs, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, Apple, and many more names. We'll go over on the weekly, and if we'll see something interesting, we will talk also about the daily. SPY, new all-time highs, 482.43. This is how Friday looked. Now, next resistance is the 487 and then 492. Don't forget, next week, earnings season is coming into boiling point with all the big names next week and the last week of January. All the big names starting with Tesla next week. So stay tuned. But for now, SPY is just crushing all the bears out there, crushing all the shorts. And what you see on the chart is the Fibonacci-Traders indicator, the FTI version 3, ready to use. It gives us everything automatically. Look at this. Everything. Buy, sell, trend lines, Fibonacci, next support resistance, risk management, everything under one roof. QQQ, same thing. Qs, 421 to the upside, new all-time highs on the Qs. Let's go to the weekly. Nobody speaks about the Qs. Qs also all-time highs. Trend lines shows us the way. And as you can see, each and every time the price of Qs touch this trend line to the downside, got back inside here, we got ourselves a buy signal and above this yellow zone. This yellow zone is a very important area of support on each and every time frame. This is how it looks on the daily trend lines. Now next resistance is the 428 and then 437. Everything under one roof. Buy signals, sell signals, risk management, Fibonacci, trend lines, everything under the new FTA version 3. Ready to use. If you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to join Fibonacci Traders Discord. Check it out. Dow Jones uptrend channels. But if we take a look, we don't need this. What do we have? Broadening formation on the daily. And this is how the weekly looks. Weekly on the Dow Jones, strong uptrend channel. But in the 4 or 5 weeks, last 4 or 5 weeks, 380, very tough resistance. 367, this is our risk management. You see this white line? This is our risk management. Together with Fibonacci. Long continuation above it towards the 394 IWM. Back inside this massive downtrend channel. This downtrend channel goes back to November of 2021. A few weeks back. Tried to break up and above. Got back inside, and this is why we got ourselves, not in the previous week, week before it, we got ourselves a sell signal because we entered back into the trend line, into the downtrend channel, but for now, doji above the yellow zone. Let's see, can we get bounce back, break up and above? We need continuation above the 195, and I want to see another weekly close above the 200. And yes, it works also on Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin on the weekly. This is Bitcoin on the daily. Everything. It gives us everything. Look, Bitcoin on the daily. Broke below the uptrend channel. We got ourselves a sell signal before it broke. You see, we did not even need to wait for the break below the trend line. The Fibonacci, the FTA version 3 gave us the sell signal before it broke. So we will be prepared for future price action. It works on everything, ladies and gentlemen. Ethereum, same thing. Inside the yellow zone, this yellow zone is a very important zone of support and resistance. It was resistance December 2023 until January 10th. Then it broke to the upside. This is the daily, of course. We got ourselves a buy signal because we were closing above the yellow zone. Now, once it went back inside the yellow zone, once the FTI version 3 saw that this yellow zone is not holding properly price, we got ourselves the sell signal once again. KRE 2.5% Friday. What do we have here? Broadening formation. Now we have this downtrend channel. KRE broke below it, went back inside, and then we got ourselves a buy signal. This is on the daily. And this is how it looks on the weekly. Still under the selling pressure, downtrend channel. I want to see a weekly close above the 54. We got ourselves a buy signal over here, but if we're not long yet on KRE, in my opinion, only above 54.20. And yes, it works also on commodities, crude oil futures, and the weekly downtrend. And look at this. First candle inside this downtrend. We didn't know that we are going inside the downtrend channel, right? But the FTI version 3, the Fibonacci-Traders version 3 indicator gave us the sell signal, and since then, downtrend until proven otherwise. This is our risk management for short. If you are short, your stop loss should be just above this line over here. And look at this pressure of resistance of this yellow zone. Everything comes together. Fibonacci, candlestick analysis, trend lines, risk management, everything under one roof. This is not an indicator. This is the future. It gives us future price action. NG1, selling pressure now. The 250 needs to hold. Otherwise, we are heading south to the 222. Gold on the weekly inside this yellow zone. This yellow zone is a very important zone of support and resistance. And while price is inside the zone, we do nothing. If you are not long yet on gold, we need to wait a weekly close above this trend line. Look how everything comes together under one roof. You have this middle trend line, support, resistance, support, resistance. Now once again resistance, moving sideways inside this yellow zone. Long continuation above it, short below. XOXX, the semiconductors ETF, weekly, very strong week. We got ourselves buy signal. This yellow zone held as a very important support in the past 6 weeks. It was very tough resistance since May of 2023. It was a very tough resistance. Broke to the upside middle of December, and since then it's holding a support. Now long continuation above the 601, and then in my opinion we will break the 646 towards 700. And if you don't know, this is the Fibonacci Traders Discord. We have trading floors, premium room, exclusive swing lounge, options room, crypto miners room, general chat. You can ask anything that you want. We have Zoom meetings. We have also the same thing in English and in Hebrew. And this is the new room, the new channel for the Fibonacci Traders indicator, or the FTI version 3. Everything on multi-time frames. It gives you everything that you want, including buy and sell signals. It works on everything, on any time frames. And for now, I'm opening the waiting list for only 10 elite traders. This is not just another trading tool. This is your ticket to join the Fibonacci Traders team. Super successful, more than 75-80% accuracy. So check out. We have only $59 per month to use this indicator, and of course with full support, my support, full support, and of course videos on how to use it so you can make the most of it. Only $59 US, and we have, and you also can see here some of our winners we had in the past week in the premium room based on signals that I gave to our team based on the FTI version 3. We went long on the SPY. We went long on PayPal yesterday. We went long on Boeing. We went short on Thursday, AMD short, based on this indicator. AMD short, pretty nice short. We went long on the SPY, according to the SPY and the futures. We went everything that you want. Any time frame, anything that you want to trade, Bitcoin, Forex, ETFs, futures, long, short, day trading, swing trading, stocks, everything under one roof. Apple on the weekly looks like this. We are still under a sell signal on Apple. It doesn't mean we need to go short on Apple. It just means that we need to wait on the weekly. We need to wait with our long position. If you are not long yet, we need to wait for continuation above the 122 area, above this area. Look left, this area, very tough resistance. So the FTI is telling us patience, no FOMO. This is how Apple looks on the daily. Broke above downtrend channel. Everything is automatically. We don't need to think. See, clear chart. You add it to the chart. The FTI version 3. Months of preparations, of Pine script developments. Error and trial and error. Since end of October. I've been working on it since end of October. And here it is. Meta, we don't need our trend lines because the FTI gives us the trend lines, and the trend is your friend. And as long as Meta is inside this uptrend channel, we are heading north. Above it, we will see 396 and then 411 to the upside. Risk management, you have the Fibonacci, you have this risk management line. This is how you do it. You don't need to think where to put a stop loss, how to put it, where to buy, what to buy, should I buy, where price might be heading next. No need. No need to think. We need and we want to resemble as much as possible to the big algos, to the big computers that runs the market, right? They don't think. So we need and we want to resemble them as much as possible. And this is why the FTI version 3 is here. It's not lagging, same as all the other indicators, because this is not a normal indicator. This gives you everything that you want to know about future price action. Microsoft, same as Meta. Microsoft, each and every week, each and every day, new all-time highs. Microsoft, 400. Next, 444. This is how Microsoft looks on the daily. Broke above this channel and now entering the left lane of the road to the north. 407 and 418 is next on Microsoft. If you're long on Microsoft, you don't need to think, where should I put my stop loss? You have this line. This is your risk management line. put your stop loss where it says 389. So your stop loss on Microsoft now should be 389. AMD breaking above a massive uptrend channel. AMD beast mode. Look at this. Trying to break above this uptrend channel. Next, 224 to the upside on AMD on the weekly. AMD, 9 more days to earnings. But for now, AMD and the rest of the SOXX family, the semiconductors family, especially AMD and NVIDIA, we'll talk about NVIDIA few seconds. Beast mode. 200 and then 240 to the upside on AMD. Google, 147 on the daily. Next, 153. You see how it gives you all the trend lines that you need? Support trend line. The middle one, support and resistance. Look at this. Support, support, support. Boom. Resistance now breaking up and above. Where price might be heading next? As long as we are above this trend line, we are heading next to this upper trend line that was resistance since June. And look at the FTI sell and buy signals. Every time price reach this lower trend line, we got ourselves buy signal. Every time price of Google reached the upper trend line or even this trend line, we got ourselves a sell signal because it failed to close above. Now we did not get the sell signal of this trend line. Why? Because Google closed above it. Next, 156, and then high probability we will get a sell signal. Amazon basically moving sideways on the daily, nothing much. Even if we have a buy signal on Amazon on daily, we look on the weekly, and what do we see? Just sideways move, doji inside candle, long continuation above this area, but end of the month, January 29th, Amazon, earnings, NVIDIA, another beast, unstoppable, 21%, right? In just 2 weeks. By the way, 21, Fibonacci number. What can we say about NVIDIA? Beast until proven otherwise. Tesla, selling pressure. Unstoppable selling pressure. Sell, sell, sell. Now, doji off a trend line. The most significant signal that a trend reversal on the weekly on Tesla is incoming. 4 more days for Tesla's earnings. Look how Tesla looks on the daily. Once we entered this trend line, on the entry, on the second candle, on this trend, on this downtrend channel, we got ourselves the sell signal. And as long as we are under the sell signal, as long as we are under this yellow zone, no long for Tesla for now. Short, downtrend until proven otherwise. And of course, everything you see and hear on my videos is for educational purposes only. Shopify, look how trend lines works as future support and resistance. Look at this. This middle trend line, support, resistance, resistance. Now, support. Long continuation on Shopify above 83, and then we will see 94 and 100. We still have time, February 12 to Shopify earnings. And this is how Shopify looks. And the daily, we got ourselves a sell signal because we entered the yellow zone. Once we enter the yellow zone for the FTI, is a red flag. First, if you thought going long, it's not the time to go long. If you're already long, it's time to manage your risk much more carefully. You want to go long, wait for this sell signal to disappear, and then you will see continuation for this line, in my opinion, 2-3 days above the 83.40, and we will see it happening. Last but not least, Netflix. We don't need our trend lines because we have the FTI version 3 trend lines. Netflix inside the yellow zone. Look how this yellow zone is like a magnet for price. Resistance, support, inside moving sideways. So for now we have a sell signal. Doesn't mean we need to go short on Netflix. It just means no buy signal. And if you are already long, it especially means that if you're already long on Netflix, it's time to manage your risk much more carefully. And Netflix Tuesday, we have earnings. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe. Don't forget to check the notification bell because more videos coming up during this weekend. Until the next video, enjoy the rest of your weekend.